With COVID eliminating so many leisure options and an extra long break soon upon us, I figured that there was no better time than the present to go over some of the basics of how to plan a road trip. The first thing you're going to want to do is to have a realistic destination or itinerary in mind. Make sure it's within your means, and while you're at it, gather your friends. It's always safer to travel in groups. And hey, doesn't every good road trip need some friends to tag along? Now that you have a clear destination, it's time to start doing your research. Be sure not to overplan and pack your schedule. That takes away from a lot of the spontaneous fun. Ideally, this planning phase will give you the foundation for future flexibility in your travels. Alternatively, I'd recommend keeping it simple, just down to a basic list of some of the things you'd like to see or do on the trip, allowing you to roll with the punches and think on the fly if you ever want to call an audible throughout the road trip or run into any unforeseen problems. Lastly, perhaps the most important thing to remember is to be prepared. You never know what you might need, and as the old adage goes, it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. So, in conclusion, the three things you want to do is to have a basic idea in mind of where you want to go, conduct a plan accordingly, and lastly, to be prepared. Have a great road trip!